It's about to be on, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Come on, Miss Mary. Come on, Miss Mary. It's graduation day. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss it? Am I late? President Walsh. Wake up! President Walsh! Oh, I got to find out what's going on. I need my graduation. Desperate times. Oh, call for desperate measures. Oh, let me see. The chapel. That's where they is. They praying. Oh, it ain't nowhere else that they could be. No students allowed. COVID-19? Who is COVID-19? I mean, I know Coco from 19th Street and COVID-19, I don't. Oh, who is COVID-19? Oh, ouch. Do not open. Property of Bennett College, class of 2020. Don't nobody tell me what to do. I'm Mary Glover.
Good morning and welcome all. Todos bienvenidos. I appreciate your virtual appearance, and there is no better time than now for the magnificent class of 2020 to embark on a new life chapter. Today's program will be like none other, as we aim to highlight, celebrate, and revisit your special moments here at Bennett College. This is not a typical graduation. You're tuned in to what we hope will be the ultimate Bennett College experience. As we open the program, I ask Reverend Natalie McLean, our college chaplain, to come forth and lead us in the invocation. The Negro National Anthem will follow.
Good morning. It is my joy to welcome you to Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina, and to the Annie Myrna Pfeiffer Chapel, which was built in 1941. This was part of the vision of President David Dallas Jones, who was the first president of the women's college known as Bennett College. Since its opening, this chapel has hosted many, many notable speakers, including the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who stood in this very pulpit on February the 11th, 1958. Dr. Willoughby Player, the president at that time, was bold enough to open up this chapel and this campus to the Greensboro community to welcome Dr. King. Since that time, we've also had other notable and wonderful speakers to come, including Mrs. Coretta Scott King, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, Nikki Giovanni, Reverend Al Sharpton, and many, many more, just to name a few. Again, welcome to Commencement 2020 on the campus of Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina. We're glad that you're able to join us virtually today. Our capacity is between 700 and 800 persons, and even though it's physically empty, we feel your presence, your prayers, and your support of this college and our students at this time. Let us bow together in prayer. Dear God, the one who makes all things beautiful in your time, we are gathered to celebrate your goodness in the land of the living. You have been so merciful and so kind to us by allowing us and arranging this glorious occasion for us to be together. We are thankful for every mountain you have safely brought us over. And Lord, we are grateful for the valleys you have led us through. Even today, you are allowing us and calling us to look up and take a glimpse of your glory. This day represents the sacrifices, the hopes, and the faith of families and communities that truly surpasses all human understanding. Now, dear Lord, please be with our students as they begin this new journey with you. We honor you as the one who has begun a good work in each of your daughters, and as the one who is more than able to complete that work. All glory, praise, and honor belong to you through Jesus Christ the Lord. Amen.
Let our rejoicing rise indeed. Let us take time now to just give a few shout outs to those of you who are joining us from our extended Bennett family. Our esteemed Board of Trustees, our Bennett Bells from the class of 1970 celebrating their 50th class reunion. I cannot wait to see all of you in person because everybody who celebrates their 50th starts telling the truth about what it was really like at Bennett, about what you really got up to when you were students on campus. The filters are gone. I can't wait to see you in person and hear those stories. Also, a huge shout out to our alumni of all classes. We always appreciate your support and your devotion to the college. We have further extended family that we know are watching us and joining us today, from public officials to clergy, and also to our Bennett family members who support our students, our faculty, and our staff. Our faculty, staff, and current students deserve a huge thank you for this year especially. Not only was I welcomed, so thank you, but also it was a really exciting second semester, and all of you have been incredibly supportive of each other and of the college. And today we are here to say the biggest thank you to those of you who have supported our seniors, those of you who have supported our graduating students. We want to pause and say thank you to the parents, the grandparents, the siblings, the children of our graduates, anyone who makes up that family for our seniors. We appreciate all that you've done. Thank you, welcome to all of you, and welcome to the special 2020 Bennett College graduation experience.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Allen. I am a grandmother, and I will soon be a graduate of Bennett College. I want to share with you what brought me through all these years to this point in my life. I'm going to read this verse to you from the Interfaith Prayer Room. This is a room that we have available to students of all faiths that can come and pray and just commune with their higher power. I discovered this verse 20 years ago, and it has brought me through, even to this point at Bennett College. The reading is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Thank you.
When I was 16, I was going through a very turbulent time in my life. My faith in God was put to the test, and there was one scripture that was very pivotal to me during that season. At a young age, I knew that these words would continue to give me peace and help me through the difficult times in life. Romans 8:28.
And we know that all things work together for good, to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose.
Thank you, Ms. Allen and Ms. Cords. Now we welcome the chair of the Bennett College Board of Trustees, Dr. Gladys A. Robinson, class of 1971, and also the president of the Bennett College National Alumni Association, Ms. Natalie Stewart Parker, class of 2001. We also have the opportunity to welcome our class of 2020 valedictorian, Miss Abigail Mosley, all to bring us greetings.
I was a Bennett Belle from 1967 until 1971. And this bell is symbolic because it meant a lot to me. As junior class president, I rang this bell, and we saw a lot of changes. And every pivotal moment at Bennett College was symbolized with the ringing of the Bennett bell. I was there. I saw it. I was it. In 25 years, when you return to alma mater Bennett College, you will say to graduates of 2045, I was there, I saw it, I was it. My dear Bennett Sisters class of 2020, each class has a story to tell, but you are unlike any class who ever attended Bennett and will be unlike any class that follows. Your smallness is what makes you unique. Over 4 years, you have known each classmate, her attributes, her faults, her challenges, her triumphs, but mostly what makes her special. You were born for this time, this season, this period in history. Bennett has undergone many changes during your 4 years, but through it all, you gained strength and fortitude. You survived, and yes, you learned what makes you special. In February 2020, there was COVID-19. No such pandemic has existed this century. A health pandemic that is also an economic crisis. But you, my Bennett sister, were here. You saw it, you were it, and you survived it. Because you were here, you saw it, and you were in it, you are well prepared to handle whatever you may encounter. This nation has learned once again what the slaves knew who started Bennett as a secondary school in 1873. The nation has learned to pray. Bennett College was founded on Christian principles, and many of us who came from poor families came in faith, believing and trusting in God. We too are survivors. Whoopi Goldberg said to graduates at a university in 2007, if you are willing to stand for what you believe in, you won't need advice from me because you will be able to handle whatever comes. We, the Board of Trustees of Bennett College, are so proud of you, my Bennett sisters, for all you have travailed over 4 years, for your endurance through crises, and mostly for your fortitude to climb the highest mountains because you were here and left as survivors with God by your side. Our sincerest congratulations to you, your parents, and family for achieving this moment in time, your unique graduation. There is none like it, and you shall be able to record her story, saying, I was there, I saw it, I was in it, and I stand here because.
Hello to the Bennett family, faculty, staff, and parents, and a special hello to the newest alumni of the prestigious, resourceful, and resilient class of 2020. I am Natalie Renee Parker, Bennett College graduating class of 2001 and the president of the National Alumni Association. This is a day you will never forget. A defining moment in your life, a life where you will wear many hats and play many roles. Some roles you will love, some you will learn from, but do not ever, ever stop learning. As an alumna, you now join the ranks of more than 7,000 phenomenal women who strive daily for greatness. Our sisterhood, now your sisterhood, is wide, vast, and deep. And as you begin the next chapter of your life, in these most uncertain times, and as you prepare to wear new hats, know that we are here to support you, cheer you on, and most of all, we look forward to you standing on our shoulders to continue the great legacy of Bennett Bells. Diverse women who often unsung, but daily add impact and value to every arena they occupy. We are proud of you and we welcome you to our ranks.
Second verse for the for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only.
Good morning, family, friends, and guests. Thank you for joining us for Bennett College's 2020 virtual commencement ceremony. And thank you for supporting my sisters and I, not only throughout this time, but throughout our entire matriculation at Bennett. I cannot communicate how necessary the love and support of my family has been to my success as a student, and I know so many of my fellow Bells feel the same. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. So y'all, my beautiful graduating sisters, we did it. Do you remember how good it felt the first time you were able to say your Bennett introduction with the little graduating senior part at the end? I am Abigail Mosley. I'm a political science major and graduating senior at the Bennett College. For me at least, it felt so foreign. It felt like a concept I hadn't even truly grasped the meaning of, to be a graduating senior, to have more years of school behind than ahead, to claim victory before even reaching the stage. And yet, here we are, surrounded by our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, and friends. We are graduating. How do you all feel? If your emotions are anywhere close to mine, I'm guessing that you're sad, or maybe even angry, confused, lost. The last month, as I finished assignments for my bed and submitted finals on my dining room table, the question that has floated through my head the whole time has been, is this it? Is this what we have been waiting for? While I am eternally grateful for how hard Bennett faculty and staff have worked to put together this experience for us, nothing compares to that feeling of walking across the stage, of hearing your sisters cheer for you from their seats, seeing your favorite professor smile and give you a little thumbs up. Those feelings are unable to be matched. I know that this is not how any of us imagined our day would go, but that doesn't take away from the importance of this moment. We are a part of a long history of Bennett Bells that, in the most difficult of situations, have always shown up and shown out. This is yet another example of our resilience, our strength, and our determination when it feels the odds are stacked against us. In the midst of the chaos, we have always remained hopeful. In the face of challenges, we laughed. We danced in the cafeteria and we sang in the chapel. We shined brightly. As our time as undergraduate students comes to a close, keep this legacy alive in all that you do. Be radical in your joy. Always know, as you move throughout the world, start a new job, or begin your first year of graduate school, we are all cheering you on. You got this, sis. We got this.
As one of the reporters who interviewed me said, you're trying a high wire act because we're doing this live. And so, there'll be a little moments of glitchiness, but we know that in the end, that we care deeply about you and we wanted something special for you. When I thought about who would be the best speaker to represent this moment in time, we needed to have somebody special. We needed someone who is of this moment. We needed somebody who is inspiring and dynamic, likes to take on new challenges and some risks. We wanted somebody who could capture and hold people's attention through a virtual experience. You can read our speaker's bio. I'll highlight a couple of things. She is an international and award-winning broadcast journalist. She's a host and an actress. Her name is Jamila Mustafa. She is also the host, the official host, of MTV Network's Fresh Out Live and Fresh Out Playlist. She's been a correspondent for Fox, iHeartMedia, BET Networks, and ESPN2. But what's really important for us to all note is she's also the granddaughter of a Bennett Bell. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about that. One of the things that I think is even more important about our speaker is not all of the things that she's accomplished thus far. It's the journey she took. This is someone I met as a college student. She was a college student at Dell State. She was Miss Delaware State University. But what I really remember is when we attended a conference together in 2014, and she brought with her, as a college student, all of her equipment and started interviewing women who were interesting to her. We were at the Black Enterprise Black Women of Power Summit. She was the only student there who decided to just bring her equipment. She took advantage of that moment. She took advantage of whatever was going on around her. So when I thought about who would be willing to take some risks with us, who would be willing to be able to dive in and give you not just a speech, but an experience, I thought of Jamila Mustafa. It is entirely my pleasure and joy and honor to introduce to you our speaker, the youngest speaker we have ever had as a commencement speaker, Ms. Jamila Mustafa.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and greetings to you all. I just have to say I am really, really pleased to be here. To the President Walsh, the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, thank you for spending the day with me. A special bow and salute to the distinguished class of 2020. They said that 2020 was the year of clear vision, but I do not think, ladies, gents, and family, any of us saw this coming. As a young girl, I would spend summers, which were my favorite, in Virginia. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, and my grandmother lived in Chesapeake, Virginia. The road trips I would look forward to time after time after time. Now for me and my cousins, it was a blast. I had a ball and we had fun. But for my grandmother, having me, my sister, and all my cousins there, it could have been overwhelming. I was kind of a wild child. They used to call me Buck Wild, probably because I had a lot of energy. And I was the youngest, very mischievous, and always seemed to get into things. But I could vividly remember her soft curls, warm smile, but stoic presentation. That stayed with me forever, even when she passed away at the age of 12. But what I continue to hear over and over again were her wise words, always saying, always remember to be a lady and never let success get to your head and let failure get to your heart. See, I didn't know what she meant then, but I would spend several years failing consistently. And every time I failed, I fell forward. In martial arts, I was beaten. In dance, I was looked over. In school, I was struggling. In acting, I couldn't book a gig. See, this game called life will teach you, but you have to play to learn and understand that whatever won't fold you will mold you. Now, I remember graduating college barely and landing a position at BT Digital in New York City. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, I will be honest, it was supposed to be a temporary job, meaning it's a pilot, we'll probably shoot for about a few weeks. We do not know if the show will continue, so please do not pack up all of your stuff and move to New York City. But what they didn't know is that I had no intention on returning to Wilmington, Delaware. Now, it was a new show, so they had a very small budget. And with the rate I was making, minimum wage, living in Manhattan, it was difficult to survive. I don't think anyone knew that. See, I would wake up at 3 a.m. every morning to research, to write 5 stories or more. I would edit, I would request photos, I would memorize my scripts, I would do my own hair, I would do my own makeup, and then I would host the show. Now, by the summertime, that first summer in New York, I had landed a TV series on ESPN, and it aired Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I have to be honest and transparent and tell you about this one day. I was sitting in my little section right next to the closet that was turned into a green screen studio, preparing to film. And one of the directors at the time at BET approached me with a a baffled look upon their face. They said, Jamila, do you host outside of here? I said, yes, I've been doing this for years, since I was about 10 years old, I replied. Interesting, they said. Well, I must be tripping because I was at a sports bar around 7 p.m. with a few colleagues, and then you appeared on the screen live from Rucker Park hosting EBC for ESPN. And then there was this grand awkward pause, as if I was supposed to interject just to kind of confirm, oh yeah, you're tripping, that wasn't me, I don't know what you're talking about. Instead, I took a beat. Because I talk a lot. So when I take a beat, it's pretty like, it's a shocking thing for people. So I took a beat and I looked and I laughed and I said, yeah, that's me. I shoot every week. And the director's response stood out to me. They replied, well, why the heck are you still shooting a show that's only on BET.com if you're already on a network? In a light-hearted, polite manner, of course. And I simply replied, looking them in their eyes and saying, I treat every job with the same respect, effort, and execution. Whoo, now in that very moment, I could hear my grandmother saying, never let success get to your head and failure get to your heart. Fast forward, 3 years later, and that show that I helped to launch on BET became BET's top digital daily series. I personally had grown to become a desired talent, not just by BET networks, but by majority of the media platforms surrounding the globe. And get this note, even during those times, I was still waking up at 3 a.m. just to host a show that's on BET.com. Look, ladies, I really need you to focus and understand that opportunities do not always come with their price tag value stamped upon them. And the thing is that if opportunity doesn't knock, then you build the door. And if no one will give you a seat at the table, then you build the table and you assign the seats. You have to understand that. See, ladies, I've sat in your seat. Not literally, of course. I mean, you're virtual. But I've walked in your shoes. And understand that everyone wants to walk in your heels until they find out the price that you paid for them. It's not cheap. Now, I know it wasn't easy. Come on. I know it wasn't easy. Those long nights in the study, asking a friend for a swipe just so you can eat from the calf, fighting with financial aid, fighting for your grades, trying to build relationships with friends that you barely know, but you need your sisters to trust. Using your refund check to buy books because you know your family doesn't have it and you don't want to worry about the burden. But whole time, you also want to get that homecoming outfit that you know you're going to look good in because your ex is coming and you want to show off. All while trying to join a sorority and maintaining your academic responsibilities. Yet, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it takes a special kind of soul to be able to inspire the masses and move mountains. Me personally, I'm not sure of another group of women who, when their backs were up against the wall, raised $9.5 million in 60 days to save their institution. That is resilience. Know you're different. Know you are different. You are cut from the Bennett College cloth. Ooh, do those fabrics feel so good? A cloth that will produce future doctors, future lawyers, entrepreneurs, media moguls, female presidents of a college and university that can change the world. See, what I didn't let you know earlier is that I am a proud descendant of a Bennett Belle. My dear grandmother, who I spoke of earlier, Miss Fannie Carroll Green, served as the secretary for the class of 1949 and went on to dedicate her life to education and service, because that is what a Bennett Bell does. I urge you, specifically the class of 2020, to go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life that you imagined, you worked for, with the strength to never let failure, I don't think anyone hears me. I said to never let failure get to your head, and let the success weigh you down. Now, though I understand that the generation that we're in, our generation, cares more about a follow back than following their dreams. I said our generation cares more about a follow back than following their dreams. See, I know Bennett Bells know differently. They know what they worked for, and they cannot and will not be denied, period. Bells, use today, 11:44 a.m., use today to make tomorrow's legacy. You never know. Maybe your granddaughter, just maybe, could be making history as the youngest commencement speaker 70 years later, in the wise words of Fannie Carol Green. Remember to always be a lady. A quote I'm sure she learned at Bennett. And never let failure get to you and success overpower you. And most importantly, always remember that no matter what the world tells you, no matter what the world denies you of, no matter what the world tries to take hold of your accomplishments, you remember, with or without the honors, you were already born a queen. You've already claimed your throne, and you are already prepared to serve. I am extremely honored. I'm extremely privileged. And I must say, to arguably one of the greatest leaders, purest souls, and most uplifting individuals, President Walsh, thank you. To the distinguished Board of Trustees, to the immaculate faculty and hardworking staff, to the dedicated and endlessly working parents and family, thank you for spending the day with me and allowing me to spend the day with you. And a special bow, a super twerk, a turn up, a whoop whoop to the distinguished, the honorable, the unmatching, the legendary, the incomparable legends of 2020. This is your time, this is your day, and this is your moment. I am Jamela Mustafa, and it is an honor to have been your commencement speaker. Thank you for your time, your mind, and ladies, get on that grind. See you on the other side. Bennett!
But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Never said there wouldn't be trials, never said I wouldn't fall. never said that everything would go the way I wanted to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I'll just lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. Oh, I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Oh, nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Oh, no, you didn't bring me out here to leave me lonely. Even when I can't see clearly, I know that you are with me, so I can't. Oh, I just can't, no, no, no. 'Cause I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. But hey, I don't believe, oh no, 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 to leave me, no. Said I can't give up now. Hey, just can't, can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me it's not gonna be, not gonna be. I don't believe brought me this far. It's been a little rough, but I don't believe, oh no, I can't give up now. Oh, said I've come too far from where no one said it would be easy. Nobody told me. Nobody that the road would be. I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
They say good things come to those who wait, and great things come to those who work. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, and the bells have worked for, the moment where we confer the degrees upon the class of 2020.
Thank you. Madam President, I present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies, and Bachelor of Social Work. As a consequence of these candidates having completed all requirements for their respective majors, I have the honor and pleasure to present each Bennett Bell for their appropriate degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, as appropriate and earned, the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies, and Bachelor of Social Work, and confer these degrees to you with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
For the Division of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, English, Jakayla M. Chapman, Khadijah Cook, Randy Locke.
Go, Randy.
For Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science, Lindsay Sirwa Bani. Abigail Christina Mosley.
Good job. I love it. Hey.
For Bachelor's of Arts Psychology, Faven Jewel Post. For Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Sciences in Interdisciplinary Studies, Africana Woman Studies, Kathy Ann Allen. Sarah Bradley Wiley. For Interdisciplinary Studies Traditional Option, Mercedes Charday Beasley. Africa Christina Cords. Jamie Nicole Fuller. Hope K. Inge.
Congratulations, Sarah! Nana! Oh, congratulations, big, beautiful young lady! Congratulations, Africa! Love you!
Courtney Michelle Lawrence. Karen St. Clair Williamson.
Congratulations, Courtney! Thank you, Lauren! Congratulations, Courtney!
For Bachelor of Science Biology, Deja Monet Allen.
Congratulations!
Tequila Beckham. Kayla L. Brannon. Tashoni Alexandrina Castillo. Leandra Camille Hargrave. Alexis Kiera Jones. Alexis King. Nancy Ngozi Martins.
Yeah, Nancy!
Sumara Eldriana Niash Phillips. LaPrisha Whitfield. Christina Wiley. Harmony Onique Zane Williamson Cooper.
There you go. Pause for your applause. Oh, good
For Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Kiana Nicole Baylor. Constance Brianna Staley. Kirsten Taylor Williams.
Hey.
For Bachelor of Science, Mathematics, Kenyona Lanise Bethay.
Congratulations!
For Division of Professional Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Journalism and Media Studies, Ebony R. Duell. Gloria Shantae Horton. Meredith Lindsay Jenkins. Kyra Norris Pierce. Deja Aileen Sanford. Janaya Ethiopia Shelton. Felicia Marie Smith. For Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Erica Renee Branch. Ronjay Collins. Amarani Gonzalez. Fallon Marlo Johnson. Michaela Jean Pryor. Precious Ronita Vernique Smith Pinckney. For Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, Alexis Latisse Owens.
Congratulations.
Bachelor of Social Work, Demaria Barber. Jacqueline Nadia Blake. Patience Muku Raziza. Antasia R. Meadows. Ambria Lachey Van Story. Congratulations to all Bennett Bells.
Graduates, I have the distinct honor of inducting you into the National Alumni Association. The walls on campus have been your shelter. Within them, we have come to know the Bennett way of life. Cherish those ideals of sisterhood, friendliness, tolerance, sincerity of purpose, efficiency, cooperativeness, and high character. Believe in yourself and in all of humanity. Strive for the best in you and your daily life, and give the world the best that you have. Take with you all the Bennett philosophy means, be loyal to your cause, and trust in God. Love shall be your strength, and stay. Be not afraid, we are ever with thee. We stand to give you life. Firm as a rock, our devotion shall be. We will never forsake you. May God stir your hearts to his command and help you give your very best. May your lives be filled with gentle thoughts and kindly deeds. Serve faithfully, decide wisely, and do justly, always striving to be worthy, a credit to yourself and to those who care. Like the old campus bell, May the tone of your lives ring majestic and true. And may your light so purely shine that you too may be called trees of righteousness, plantings of Jehovah. Throughout the years, dear sisters, may you always hold high and remain true to the ideals of the association, supporting it faithfully and seeing it the opportunity to give other youth the chance to know the Bennett way of life. By virtue of my position as the president of the Bennett College National Alumni Association, I hereby induct you as our newest members. Congratulations. As the newest members of the Alumni Association and recognition of the tumultuous times in which we live, the National Alumni Association Executive Board has voted to gift each graduate who has been conferred a degree today $200. Additionally, you will receive complimentary membership to the association for 1 year and 2 pins. The first pin, a bell, symbolizing our great institution. The second pin is the alumni seal, commemorating your inaugural year as a member. We hope to share many more years with you. Congratulations, little sisters. We are proud of you. And welcome to our sisterhood.
Bennett Bell do it well. I'm a savage. Bennett Bell graduate. TV talk show having. What's happening? I'm a savage. Bennett got me acting with all this black girl magic. What's happening?
I'm Tammy Mac Bells. These IG and TikTok challenges are cute, but you are bracing for your biggest challenge yet, life. And as a Belle, I can assure you that Bennett has you thoroughly prepared to take on life like a savage. Classy, bougie, and yes, Bennett even makes room to allow for a little ratchet. Which just means not only book smarts, but street smarts too. Because folk will get twisted out here messing with a Belle. We'll throw that highly intellectual black girl magic of Maxine Waters on you, then flip the script to the black girl magic of Cardi B. To let you know that we still keeps it 100. And just as Congresswoman Waters and rapper Cardi B have had their journeys as different as they may be, it's the transformation of what you will become that really holds the magic. Trust what you have learned. Trust in Bennett's sisterhood to guide you. Trust in your journey and trust that you are a savage. Bennett is the reason I am living my dreams as an actress on Fox TV's Star and host of my own TV and radio talk shows, both titled The Tammy Mac Show. So when I say I'm out here killing my dreams and my aspirations as a Bennett Belle, I speak from my own savagery. What's happening? Class of 2020, now is the time, Bells, for you to be a savage. Good luck.
Okay, I want to see how you're all feeling right now. Have we done an okay job trying to celebrate you? Trying to ensure that we...
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I just have a few things that I want to say to this class. First of all, thank you for trusting in us. Thank you for trusting us to be able to bring you this event. The first time that I talked with the seniors and said, we're not having commencement in person, there was panic. We called a meeting. As a matter of fact, Ebony Duell called the meeting and made sure that I heard from all of the seniors, made sure that I was aware of how important this day is. And so we're hoping that in this virtual way, we have been able to celebrate you individually. Because the class of 2020 is an auspicious class. What 2020 symbolizes is vision. You heard our speaker talk about that. It was so important to think about what does it mean to be a woman of 2020 or a 2020 woman. A 2020 woman is a woman with true vision. She comes to this vision with patience. She has real insights. She is able to see what her future is. It comes from focus. Vision is about having foresight, about having hindsight, and being able to avoid being short-sighted. It's important to be able to understand why hindsight matters, because people always say hindsight is 20/20. And what hindsight does for us is it allows us to look back and to remember. And what I want you to do is put in the chat, what do you want this class to be remembered for? How do you want to look back and in hindsight say, this is who we were? This is the class of 2020. What will you remember fondly when you're at your 50th? Or as the Chair Robinson said earlier, at your 25th? What will you remember about this time at Bennett College? What were your proudest moments? When, and you know I love to ask you this, when did you feel smart? Remembering that is important. Remember those times when you were happiest. Remember those times when one of your sisters comforted you. It's important that you also remember who your greatest cheerleaders are. Who was that favorite professor? Who was that member of staff who helped get you here? Who sat with you when you cried? That's what hindsight does. Hindsight makes you stronger. But having foresight is equally as important. Having foresight allows you to see clearly. It means taking a cloth and cleaning off your glasses or your crystal ball when things get murky, to be able to see clearly, to be able to see what's ahead. It's all up there. It's all out there if you look up, if you wipe your eyes, and if you focus. Keep your eyes and your heart and your minds open. Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight of your dreams. Don't lose sight of your ambitions. Don't lose sight of your cheerleaders, the people who matter, the people who love you. Keep them always in your gaze. And when you get a glimpse of success, celebrate. And success isn't always those big, grand gestures. Success is those little moments. I mean, how many of you today are just celebrating because you got dressed for once? Because during this pandemic, folks are not really getting dressed. It's the moments, it's those small moments that you have to celebrate. So the other thing that I want you to do is to pause and reflect. Reflect on who you are and celebrate the Belle that you've become, because Belles have been through it. What have you learned that you will take into the future? What have you learned that allows you to continue to see the big picture? You've already experienced a lot. You've been poked in the eye. Someone on this journey has tried to blind you at some point. They have tried to cut off your vision, but they couldn't stop you. A pandemic could not stop you from your dreams because you have kept your eyes on the prize. And so what is that next prize? What do you have your eye on now? Don't lose sight of it. Don't lose sight of your Bennett memories. It's those memories from that hindsight that help you to tell your unique story. They help you to paint a vivid picture of who you are and what you've been through. Your journey is unique. Your journey is one that few have ever been on. You see, what happens now is when you can tell your story, or her story, as the chair talked about, when you can tell that story vividly and paint a picture for someone else, they can see you for the woman you have become. Stand tall and proud. Look the future and anything else directly in the eye. As I talked about in Senior Day, those garments you're wearing symbolize that people see you in a different way. You have to own that and see yourself in a different way. Be confident, be unafraid, always look fear and uncertainty in the eye because you've been there before and you have survived it. You have not only survived it, you have thrived. Embrace everything it means to be a 2020 woman, a woman of vision, of herstory, of clarity. 2020 and a 2020 woman is not just a woman of this moment. To be someone who is a woman of 2020 means to be someone of the future. Keep your eyes on the prize. Do not forget to glance back. And always remember that Bennett College is with you. Bennett College is always ever present, surrounding you, cheering you on. Congratulations, visionary class of 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Spencer, for cheering me up. What's up, Christy?
Success is to be measured not by the position that one has reached in life, but by the obstacles which one has overcome. To complete your matriculation, you have persevered through it all, from fighting for your GPA to fighting to keep the campus doors open, and yet the bells prevailed. Bennett College has taught you to lead with purpose, integrity, and a strong sense of self-worth. You may have entered Bennett College just a girl with ambition, but you'll walk through the bearding gates a woman on a mission. Now, it is the time to write your history, leave your mark, and ring your bell so the world knows you are coming. You've earned this moment, and even though we are miles away, we share one experience, one home, one legacy. You are now Bennett College alumni. Carry this title with joy and pride, and do everything well because you are a Bennett Belle.
Beautiful, beautiful. You guys did it. Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, I hear some of you sniffling. I can hear the crying. Oh my
Hey,
God.
Miss. Oh yes, President Walsh. This is so terrible. I'm just.
I just want to say congratulations.
She's about to make me cry.
All right, I just want to say congratulations again to all of you. This has been an incredible journey. I hope that you really have enjoyed this. We wanted to make something special for all of you because you're so special to us. You're so special to the world. We really need all of you, and we appreciate you greatly. Thank you for practicing social distancing, although some of those households, I saw everybody just all piled on, no mask. But I'm not going to call out any names right now. I'm still really proud of you. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations, everybody.
Let us bow for our benediction. God, you have been so good. You have preserved each daughter for this moment. May their robes represent their armor, protecting them from want. May their caps be a helmet which guards them from arrogance, ignorance, and pride. Let their degrees serve as a witness to your grace and a roadmap unfolding the path you have set before each graduate. Now, God, please cloak your daughters with dignity, wrap them with your peace, fill them with confidence, and heighten their discernment. May each stand up for what is right at all times, even if she must stand alone. Thank you, God, for allowing us, the Bennett College family, to play a role in your plan. Now we send them forth into the world you have equipped them for. And now, my Bennett sisters, receive these words from the psalmist David. May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May God send you help from his sanctuary and grant you support from his heavenly home. May God remember all your sacrifices and accept your offerings. May God give you the desires of your hearts and make all your plans succeed. We will shout for joy when we hear you are victorious and lift up our banners in the name of God. May God grant all of your requests. Some trust in their own understanding, but we will trust in the name of the Lord our God. May God answer you whenever you call. Through Jesus Christ the Lord, amen.